Welcome back, I'm Dr. Ruckus, and today in Ranked Diamond Standard, we're going 6-3 with Zur Enchantments. This deck is fun, man. It takes a different spin on the whole Overlord thing. It's not green, doesn't run Beanstalk, and instead we get Zur, an old card that has found at home once again. It is a 3-mana, 1/4 with flying, legendary creature, human wizard. Enchantment creatures you control have Death Touch, Lifelink, and Hexproof. So your Overlords, once they flip and are enchantment creatures, come in with all of those stats as well. Then, of course, for 2 mana, 1 and a white, you can target non-or enchantment you control. It becomes a creature in addition to its other types and has base power and toughness equal to its mana value. So anytime you want, you can pay 2 to immediately power up your Overlords and then attack with them, because usually they won't have summoning sickness by the time you do that, and get their triggers again. So really solid card with the Overlords. We also have the Entity Tracker, which is a 3-mana 2/3 that whenever you an enchantment you control enters, or whenever you fully unlock a room, you draw a card, and it comes with Flash. That's a really big upgrade. They could have just printed this as a 3-mana 2/3 with that text and probably would have still been played, but the Flash is really nice because it lets you play around your opponent a little bit and hold it open with things like instant speed, nowhere to run, and get lost, things like that. And as another draw engine, we don't have green, so we don't have the Beanstalk, but this provides another draw engine, which makes the deck sing. For the 2-drop slot, running 3 copies of Get Lost, just very flexible removal spell, one of the best in the game for 1 and a white. Also running 4 copies of Nowhere to Run, because even after it kills the opponent's creature with -3/-3 through any kind of hexproof or ward stuff, it still sticks on the battlefield, so it is I'm not sure what to call it, enchantable. It is aliveable with Zur. I'm not really sure what to call that, but it can become a creature, so it's nice that it sticks around on the battlefield. Inquisitive Glimmer is a 2-mana 2/3 enchantment creature, again, so you can use it to make your enchantments creature or draw off the Entity Tracker. And enchantment spells you cast cost 1 less to cast, and unlock spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. And then finally we have the Bottomless Pool. It's probably the only card I would switch up. It's cool because it is an enchantment. It is a 1-mana bounce spell, which I've explained in previous videos is great, if not critical, against all the mono red variants. It is sorcery speed, though. It can only be on your turn. I thought it'd be very cool because it is effectively the same bounce spell as Into the Floodwall, even at sorcery speed, but as an enchantment, so it triggers your draw engine enchantment synergies, and also can be powered up with Zur. And I was thinking it might get powered up as a 6-mana. It is a 6/6 creature, but that's not how it works. If you play it for 1 and you power it up, it's a 1/1. If you play it for 1 and you power it up as a 1/1 and you pay 5 to unlock it, it is still a 1/1. Same if you play it for 5 and power it up, it's a 5/5. If you unlock it for 1, it's still a 5/5. Only if you play it for 1 or 5 and then power it up for the remaining cost to have spent 6 total mana. Then if you power it up with Zur, then it's a 6/6. So you can't just get a 1-mana 6/6 off of this, kind of like how the binding used to feel. So honestly, I would probably cut this just for like Rona's Vortex. Again, pretty flexible. It's kind of like Into the Floodmaw, but if you play black, then it can double down as a straight up removal spell, returning a creature or planeswalker to the bottom of the deck. So that's the deck. Only 2 bindings. It's expensive, but it gets discounted a bit by the Glimmer. It gets discounted a bit by any basics or Surveil lands, so I still think it's worth playing it because this 6/6 power up off the Zur is still very powerful. Enjoy the gameplay. Let's dive right in. On the play, we can keep this. Here we go. Tiny Bones. I don't think we bounce that. I think we get the Glimmer down. Yeah, nothing in the graveyard anyway right now. Now there's nothing in the graveyard, but they still need mana to cast it. Alright. I mean, we could bounce it. That's kind of a waste. We could just Flood Pits. Otherwise, they cast a 2-mana 2/3 that we don't care about that much. We could bounce this and get lost their next thing they do. Maybe that's fine. It's kind of silly, but it's something to do. I don't really want to give them our Glimmer. Let's hope they play a creature here. It's the Bat. Okay. Well, we'll just zap that. And then we'll Overlord into some more draw power. Or maybe even Mistmores. Tiny Bones returns. Alright, I guess it's the Flip Pits here. They can cast back our Glimmer if they want. Try to hit some more land. Cool. Maybe just a single land. We go Glimmer into Flood Pits next turn if we have enough blue, which I think we do. Let's do it like this. I guess we don't want to bin anything crazy. How's that land? I mean, if we get the discount creature, we kind of don't need too much more land. because it makes everything super cheap. Oh, how much blue do we have actually? No, we got enough blue for that. Yeah, we can bin this. We'll try to do Glimmer into Flood Pits next turn. We'll see if they cast our Glimmer from the graveyard. That'll be annoying, but is what it is. Are they going for the value? Let's see. Are you going to cast my Glimmer? I'm going to be so mad. They are. That's so annoying. Alright, well your enchantments cost one less. If they're the demon deck, secretly that could matter. But we can always bounce it back to our own hand potentially at some point. Unstoppable Slasher. So go this into Flood Pits here. For 2. Nice. We don't have blue. We can bin this. Surveil away. Keep that on top. Flood Pits will flip eventually. And we're sitting at 18 still. It says Death Touch. Doesn't matter. It's dead. Let's see if I cast another one. Opponent is running the Tiny Bones game plan. Nope. Tapping out for that instead. Down to 14. So we could bounce the Glimmer pretty easily. Recast it for 2. But only discount this down. Wouldn't be quite enough. So I guess we'll take this for 4 and then bounce the Glimmer still. And then we could chump block the Slasher, maybe? Alright, send that guy back. If we level this up, we can get a little draw engine as well. Alright, let's see how they do this. We'll trade with Tiny Bones, and I think we just jump block the Slasher. Then we can run out both these guys next turn. Jump block or trade? They're kind of similar. I think we can just straight up trade here. I think that's fine. They could blow it out with cut down, but that's okay. It's not a big deal either way. Alright, we'll deal with that later. More land for us. I think that's okay to play out. We'll get the Glimmer down. And we'll cast you for 4. 3 rather. And we flip the first Flood Pits. So they could be the demon deck. So maybe keeping the discount off the enchantment and unlock could have been quite good for them. I'm not sure. We don't know yet. I mean, if you're running mono black, you might as well run the a non-token creature. Yeah, we'll sack the Glimmer here. You might as well run that enchantment. It's just a draw engine. Why not? Preacher, another draw engine. We'll just trade here, no problem. Just Death Touch, sure. That is freaking huge. We're about to go nuts here. So who do we want? This is what? Draw, discard, draw 2, then discard a card. Maybe just one of these guys, make some blockers. 7/7, 5/3. Make 2 blockers with lifelink. Yeah, I guess it's one of those. Drop to 15. I kind of forgot this guy didn't have flying. Not gonna lie there. That's okay. I was thinking, I don't know, the other guys have flyers. For some reason I thought he had flying, but that's not the case. Alright, 0 down, that's okay. Still have some huge flying attackers here, and we can level up the pool. We could also know where to run this guy. More removal, okay, sure. I guess we attack here and know where to run. For just -3, -3. Don't have enough mana to do everything but the fast land. Here we come. Could bin the fast land, I guess. Eat it all, okay. Drop to 1. We can just bounce the Slasher, I guess. And play you out. Something like that. Or just hold nowhere to run. It's fine either way. Sure, doesn't seem to matter. We have a lot of flying attackers. Just have to not lose here. I go for the big thing. We'll just zap you. -3. Scoop. There you go. Good game. Oh man, super weird opening hand. We have no blue. We could nowhere to run their 2-drop and then do nothing for the rest of the game. Probably have to mulligan. Okay, this is better. Put back one of the numerous trackers. Fast land. Alright, hold open some removal. Nothing. Well, we can flash in the tracker next. I think that makes sense to me. Poison. Okay. I think we still try the tracker on their turn. On their end step. A lot of Mirrex tokens. Let's see if they stop this. Nowhere to run going to be basically useless. Maybe they annoy with Affliction it. Just to cut down. Very cheap. I think we try it again next turn. Surveil land is fine. Yeah, we'll try the tracker again on their turn. No more land right now. Good scry. Good surveil. Alright. Proliferate up to 2 poison. We do need to put a clock on them. We do need some pressure. We're hoping this double Mirrex token does bottleneck their mana a bit. Try the tracker, see if it gets countered or removed. I mean, they'll have something for it. Up to 3 poison. They only have 1 mana open though, so we can tap out for the Flood Pits here. Which I guess is what we're doing. Here comes full price Flood Pits. Probably the nowheres to run. I think they have 0 targets. So we have an attacker, and we do need to attack them down. I don't think they have space for a sweeper in this deck, I want to say. I really should look it up, just so I know. Because every once in a while I'll play against this, and I'm like, I don't really know if they have the sweeper or not. Annoying with Affliction. Huh. Interesting. Guess it's a little Mistmoors here. Hope they can't counter that. They got it. Alright. I guess we're building towards a Virtue Persistence then. Need one more untapped land. No untapped land. Okay, 3 poison. Plenty of stuff to go. There comes the first Mirrex token. I guess we will know where to run that. Nothing better to do. Unless you want to discard this to another Overlord. Alright, zap you. Leave an enchantment behind. Try to get you in for 4, I think. But I guess this is a... Unless they pay 2, but we have Thermal Poison, so it doesn't matter. I guess we could... I mean, we don't have 7 mana anyway, but if we did have 7, I think you just go for 7. I don't think the extra 2 matters at this point. Alright, countered again. It's in the grave. Again, the untapped land does let us Virtue, and at some point they'll run out of counterspells, in theory. Alright, flash it in on their turn. If it succeeds, we could also like Binding just to draw. Okay. Yeah, we'll pass. If they counter the tracker, we could still hit the untapped land for Virtue. I think we can probably just flash this in and block. We haven't seen like -2, right? Cut down? Sure. Can't, not enough mana to play the Binding, which we might consider otherwise. Yeah, I guess we get lost here. I mean, we don't have a better pick for it, really. That would make Virtue cheaper. So that's interesting. There's another Mirrex token, I guess. If we want a Binding, I guess it doesn't matter. I mean, it's not going to have a better target, really. So I guess you go for it here. We could save it to pair with the draw engine, but we have another enchantment still in hand. So at some point, these things just got to get down. There's the untapped land. We go for 7, see if they have the next counter lined up. They don't. Can they kill an enchantment in Dimir? Maybe not. It's a 4 poison. We get back an Overlord unless we get an Entity Tracker and we really want... We top deck like a draw. Probably the Overlord. Oh, they got an answer here. They're going to bounce it somehow? Tale of Tamio. Mill 2 cards. They can repeat that. They get a whole bunch of draws here. I wonder if there's anything that... Return target non-land permanent. Okay, so that's what they can do. They can bounce Virtue here. Is it 2 or 3 mana? It's 2 mana. I think we're taking the Overlord. Get as many creatures as possible. We do need to get victory soon. But they don't bounce it here. So that's huge. Another one. Again, I don't think playing under the counterspell helps really. So I think we're just slamming it and hoping they don't have a sweeper. Which we haven't seen. I don't know if they have space for. So I think it's full price. 7 mana. Just keep pushing. Got to get to victory before we get up to 10 poison. Interesting. I didn't know that counted as a mana value 3 or less. I did not know that at all. Oh, it's just corrupted. It's a poison counters thing. Right. The last line of text. I saw it done earlier on the Flood Pits, and I was like, is it 3 mana because we cast it with Impending first? I'd forgotten. Well, they're still taking a lot of damage, and we're still at 4 poison. Do we block? Who's faster? We're almost a 2-turn clock. I kind of think we have to close it out here. Well, we're about to get more attackers every turn. And I'm pretty sure they don't have Sweeper. So thank you, block every turn. Get back the Mistmores. Just keep running it down. Question is, do they have Serum Snare to bounce the Virtue? Surveil land. Touching everything. We get back the Overlord. Again, still our best pick here. It's just a lot of bodies, and I don't think they have space for sweepers. Sack a creature or planeswalker. Okay, before we get the Summoning Sickness ones, up to 5 poison. 2 more attackers. We draw... Yeah, I mean, we'll play it out. Get in here first. Alright, -1. Proliferate, up to 6 poison. Like I said, I think we're counting on no sweepers, so we just deploy it all. Swing for the fences. Oh, wow. We could lose right here. They can copy any number of things, just proliferate, just get all the cheapest stuff. Nice. This is the best I've ever seen this deck do, so I feel like they're about to win here. So what, 2 proliferates, you know, a Vraska's Fall. I think that should be about game. Unless they run out of mana, but I think that's about it, right? What's that, 4 things? I think that's game. They just gotta hit the resolve button. 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, alright. I mean, that's the best I've ever seen that deck too. And the Tale of Tamio, it's cool that that has a home. And it's pretty good. So, good game. On the play with nothing till 3, but we have card draw and bounce. Like, I don't think it's that bad. I think we keep it. We go blue and white. And we hold on to the bounce spell. It's green. Alright. We'll get the Surveil down here. I mean, we already know what we're doing on 3. I guess we'll just keep playing out fast lands for now. It's a Bronco. Okay. Well, we could bounce that and still play the Glimmer, maybe. I think it's better than giving them draw engine value. Let's do it. Send it back. Try again. Alright, they've got their draw engine. We could destroy it right now. If we're lucky we hit the untap land, we could Overlord and destroy it. That could be pretty cool. It'll take a little bit of luck, but I think I'm okay to risk it. Nice, we get there. I think we can bin the Surveil land, keep all the untapped stuff. And we just need white here. So this is fine. And we just want to do this before the beginning of their end step. Get him for 2. Bronco. Okay. Another Bronco. Yeah, I think we just take the draw engine. Mistmores isn't bad because it kind of screws up their whole blocking plan. So I think we can just slam the Mistmores here. Although it does, let's see. Maybe we flash in the enemy tracker instead. Yeah. I think I'd like the card draw. I don't want to start whiffing on lands and wish we had taken the draw off the tracker. I don't wonder what green is in here for. Removal spell there, you got it. You're going to attack with both? Okay. Trigger, trigger. Lose 2 life. Lose 0 life. Take 4. And we'll see if the tracker survives or gets immediately picked off as well. They almost tap out. Tracker would still die to cut down type things. What else you got? Map token? Sure. Okay. Alright. It's a game. Cool. Flash in our draw engine. It's a lot of enchantments. Play this first. Still have double white. Okay. Drop another one. Draw up. I guess we're getting in for 2. Down to 12. Not bad. Gonna flip the Flood Pits soon. And we could level up the locker room just to get some draws off of the flyers if we have to. Hauntwoods just for 3. Draw a card. Draw engine down. Looks like they're tapped out though. Let's see if they attack with the Broncos. Are they gonna saddle? Okay. I think you let this go. We're trying to get them dead here actually. I think you just let it go. Down to 13. Land is not what we're looking for. I guess we level this up. I think we're just getting in there. Take 5 on the way back. Drop to 5. Another land. Okay. Alright. Fast land it is. Flip the Flood Pits. What is that 5? They have to deal with the Flood Pits. Beanstalk. They could hit a sweeper here. Or they already have it in hand. That'd be pretty good for them. Duress. Nice. All lands, dude. Okay, it's not going to be a sweeper this turn. They still need to answer the Flood Pits. Okay, they attack? Saddle. They want that life gain. Alright. Scoop. They cannot answer it. Good game. On the draw, we have no whites, but we could name Cat for our Cavern of Souls pick. Which I'm willing to do, man. Yeah, we don't even need Cavern of Souls. Never mind. It's all sorted out. Easy. Well, we'll see if the cat just gets immediately annihilated, but that's okay. Or even perhaps countered. Maybe we should have gone Cavern of Souls. That stick there is interesting. I think we'll actually totally name Avatar here, and could be super relevant against Ymir. Oh yeah, we're going to nail them here. In the nicest way possible. Avatar. And just get this one down early. You can counter it if you want. We'll let you try. Cool. Bin a fast land. Probably double white will be nice. Think we can bin you. Get the countdown going. Tab land. Well, it's a little bit of a slow turn. I guess we try the Cat Glimmer. Not a whole lot else to do here. Technically they could have Phantom Interference. I guess we could try to play around that instead of playing the fast land. Could see that being reasonable. Lands? Maybe another cut down? Well, it would let us get down the locker room. Get a little draw engine online. Nope, removed. That's okay. Them burning premium removal on our 2-3 is not a big deal. And we get to slam this without any cost, basically. It's huge. Can't be countered. Just massive. Just one of Cavern of the Souls in the deck, but I think it's worth it. Don't think you need more than one, but boy, is it good against anyone trying to run counters. We just have to keep in mind that since they can't counter the Overlords, they will counter anything else. So we should assume that our first round of Get Lost or Binding will get countered if they have open mana for it. Ink Tracker's nice. I think it's worth flashing in on their turn. I think we hold off on the locker room. Sure. Okay, dead. Fast land, let's hold the Trekker. And then you removal for the Flood Pits too, which is just now flipped. Bounce it. Sure. No problem. Pass. Okay, here comes you. Still 2 mana open to play under Phantom Interference. Could see a 3 steps ahead. We just pay the 2. Auto pay. Now they run back the second Phantom Interference and we can't pay the 2 that time. Yeah. So in terms of like what we want to resolve this turn, we don't have to do Flood Pits here. We could get the locker room down. It's like not that valuable, but it's interesting because we can cast the Flood Pits whenever we want. So I kind of don't hate that. In terms of leaving a color open, it doesn't really matter, I guess. So I think we can just, I think we can slam this for 5. Get in for 2. Take the draw. Okay. Another land, hold up and get lost. We can always do this to bounce. Let's see. Target creature to its owner's hand. Anyone's target creature. Cool. Yeah, I don't think we need to hold open too much. Let's cast the big boy Flood Pits for 5. No reason not to, basically. Maybe we keep the Surveil land. I mean, I do want to keep hitting land. Maybe we actually... Do we need a binding? It could be good. It's not that cheap right now. Maybe you go actually keep Get Lost. Very flexible. Hit him for 2. I'm kind of worried it's going to be the demon deck that mills you down to 6 and they Jace us and they just win. Do we want this on top? We really want pressure. I mean, what else can we do that would have pressure? It's fine. It's certainly fine. I guess Azure is the thing you most want right now. And we have so much to cast, I don't know if we need... I think that's redundant. Draw 2, discard 2. Yeah, we'll see if they slam the 6/6 demon. If they do, we pick it off and swing for lethal, I think. Exactly lethal. Yeah, I mean, they're not poisoned, so they probably are the 6/6 demon. I don't even know what that card's called. Every time I play it, I'm like, okay, well, this is very interesting. I dig through the graveyard. What does that mean? Secretly Oculus? Alright, they have the sweeper. Okay. If we pick off our own creature, we have map tokens. I don't really think that's necessary. I think we still save Get Lost for their demon. Oh, they can go and get all of our Flood Pits now. Damn, that'll be huge. What did they take there? They took the Overlord. We have 3 Flood Pits in hand. We are down to 38 cards, so if they are Jason. Alright, Overlords are down. We could slam the Virtue here, which is always interesting. It gets in under the counter, so if we're going to do it, if we think it's going to be a long game, now is the time to do it. It's just interesting because I don't know if we need it to win, and we are basically still concerned about them milling us to death. But again, it does get under the counter and everything else is uncounterable, so it's not a terrible decision to do. Alright, there is the demon. So there's the thing, and we don't know what that last card is, and if it's Jace, then we do just lose. We also can't really cast the Flood Pits. Can't cast any enchantments. What about the bottom 6 of their library? We want them to draw a card, actually. I think? I don't think we can kill them that quickly. We definitely can't cast the Flood Pits. We also can't really attack them. So we need them to draw here, actually. So let them draw, then kill it? Or even just take 6 per turn for several turns. I'm not really sure what else to do here. If they have Jace, they just win. There's nothing we can do about that. But we need them to draw extra cards per turn, and we have 20 life to play with. Okay. I think you just let that go. We want them to draw to death, yeah? Take 6. Down to 14, sure. Oh no! Damn. Okay. I mean, then what? We got 1 card, 2 cards left. I don't know if there's another way to get there. If we kill it, we just can't put on enough pressure to win via damage. I just don't think there is. Maybe Zur could, if we had a Zur left. There's only 1 card left. Or, well, Untap the G is confused. If Zur is left, again, it doesn't really change what we do here. We'll definitely get in for 2. And we want them to draw, right? They'll draw 2 cards. Shit. Fuck. I fucked that up. If there wasn't Zur left in the deck, maybe we lose anyway. I messed that up. I forgot we had that. I forgot we had that played on that side. I mean, we probably would have lost anyway, but that's not good. On the draw, we keep this. Some Glimmer on 2, some discounted enchantments. I think it's all good. Ooh, red. Scamp. Good thing we have nowhere to run. And we got the bounce spell. I don't know if we bounce just yet. I kind of feel like we did it too early last game. Let's make him fear this a bit. Full control. Do some pauses here. Just 1, no problem. Let's just start with that. Slick shot, okay. I think now we hold open, nowhere to run. I'll take 1. Is that it for turn? I kind of want to save nowhere to run for the slick shot. Because that's going to be a big turn. But I guess we can cast it if we cast the Glimmer. So I think we can keep taking 1 here for a little while. It's a good card. So we really just want black open. This is another blue. So that's okay to cast the Glimmer here. Leave open the black for nowhere to run. Slick shot does finally come down. Let's see what they want to do with it. So I guess we don't really want to block. They rage there. So I guess that's when we bounce. I think we want to know where to run the show off. We go for the shock face. Yeah, I mean we want to I think we still want to kill the slick shot here. Shock face again. Okay. And then we'll bounce the scamp. Oh, they sack it. They're going. You kill the Glimmer, you go face. Interesting. Get lost is a nice pick. Land here. Glimmer would double discount if we had enough white, which we don't. So I think it's just Mistmore's, regular Mistmore's here. For 3, because we don't have enough white to do it all. And try to get him dead before they can top deck 2 lightning strikes, I guess. Or a fling or something. Scoop! Alright, good game. Almost to diamond, almost to diamond 2, diamond 3 rather. On the play with no 1 or 2 drops. And no 3rd land yet. Well, either draw a 3rd land or likely a 1 or 2 drop, right? But no blue also. Nah. Meh. Alright, we keep this, we keep the draw engine. And maybe we get rid of the get lost. I mean, we don't need it in the early turns so much. And nowhere to run. We'll double as an enchantment at some point. Oh boy. It's mice. I think we hold nowhere to run. I don't know if they're going to try to pump it or not. They got old school planes too. Ugh. It's gross. I don't like that. We'll take one. Anything else? Heartfire Hero. I mean, we'd rather know where to run that guy. Okay, I mean, they might go for a protection spell. We can always bounce it or something. No, nothing. Cool. That's good to know. Ooh, that's so good. We can almost slam it, except that, except we don't want them to shelter. So we'll entity tracker this turn, and then we take some draws and set up for a big Xur turn, and that could wrap up the game on the spot. I really want to enchant this, because I don't know, I really want to know what the mana cost is. I want to say it's 6, because I heard that somewhere, but I have no idea. I don't think we block. I think we just want the draw engine. So let them do whatever they're going to do. Just one is fine. Surveil? Dude running Surveil lands in his aggro deck. I don't think I would do that. Another hero. Alright. Here we go. Land would be huge. It's not a land. We could go for the bounce. It's not awful. I guess we have no choice, actually. If we slam Xur and they don't have the answer, it's also very good. Yeah, it's not bad. I think we'll go for it here. Let's see if they have Shelter by Ghosts. No attacks, we'll just sit. See what happens. Shelter will be painful, but we could bounce it under Bottomless Pool and still pay the ward too, so it's not the end of the world. And then we can finally, hopefully, try to power up the Bottomless Pool with Xur. We'll see if it's 6 or 1. I think it's 6, but I don't know. It is Sheltered by Ghosts. So then we see if they have another hexproof. Oh, they take that? Oh, they don't want the... That's interesting. Just no blocks here. You got it. Get lost. Well, I think we just bounce the Swordmaster and try to power it up. We'll see if they have hexproof. If they do, we can always respond with Get Lost. Let's try this. Scoop. Man, I really wanted to see that. I really wanted to see that work. Oh well. Here we go. On the draw, we only have blue and white to start here, but that is kind of okay. So the Bottomless Pit has to put in some work early. This is blue. And then we won't have black until we open up something else here. Ghost Vacuum. What does that do? 6 and tap. Each creature exile with onto the battlefield under your control with a flying counter on it. Each one's a 1/1 spirit. Goodness gracious. Okay, that's it. Beautiful. I guess we're flood pitting here. I kind of like all the lands. I mean, the Glimmer's really good. I mean, Xur's very good. I guess it's nowhere to run. Who knows what they're even doing? Could have been the Bottomless Pool, too. But it's cheap. Maybe it fits in somewhere. Take that card. Alright, watch for the turn 6 banger. What's that do? Wow, opponent's all over the place. So here's some black. Do we need one more blue, actually? I guess we can't open up one more blue, can we? That's just white for now still. I wanted to do the Glimmer plus something else. I mean, they're low on cards. We could just try to go for Xur. Eh. Maybe it's just Overlord here. I mean, next turn we can probably Xur and power up one of these and hit him out of nowhere. Take a big draw discard or a big Miss Moors. And they're stuck on land too. I think next turn, potentially just take them out immediately. Well, they're just stuck on land. That's not so fun. Let's try this. Auto pay. Power up, yeah, maybe the Miss Moors. To an extent, they just can't handle the creatures. We'll see if they let us even move to combat. Cut down on Xur. Still powered up. It's a 7/7. And we create all of these attackers, and they're very far away from a sweeper. I feel like that's basically game on the spot there. Take the Chump, does not have Death Touch. Drop to 16 with more to come. Exile you. I think they're so far away from 6 mana, though. I don't think we're going to see the Ghost Vacuum pop off. Glissa on the ground. Alright, well that mucks up the Overlord attack. Could just bounce it. It's probably fair here. I'm sorry. I can't give him a sorry button. Yeah, I mean, they stumbled on land for the first couple turns. What are you going to do? On the draw, looks great. Heartfire Hero. We do have the bounce ready to go. And I mean, that's what it's here for. Let's just slow him down a little bit. They can tap out a little more. We can Virtue Persistence or even Inquisitive Glimmer and figure out how to slot it all in. Returns. Let's see if they leave white open. No, they tap out. All right. Well, maybe we just get the Virtue down now then if they're going to be tapped out. Yeah, I think that's fine with me. We only have so many creatures. Let's get them dead while we can. It's the mouse. Double Strike does hit hard. Two to the face. Anything else? A little rage. All right. 5 to the face. 10 to the face. Seems good. Land. Flash in the tracker and block. I mean, if they don't have lethal, maybe it's just Zur and hope they don't have Sheltered by Ghosts. And hope we survive. I think that's actually it. Alright, let's just assume they don't have it. It being anything at all here. Can we even afford to go no blocks? I guess we can't. With Double Strike, I guess you have to block here. They only have 1 card in hand. Maybe we do block. They're showing it to us now. It's Ethereal Armor. Is that lethal? Yeah, it's lethal. Alright, I guess we are going to trample or Double Strike? Double Strike and trample. So, feels roughly like game here. Down to 8, down to 1, down to 0. A classic game of Magic the Gathering. It's got all the bells and whistles of a good game of Magic. Well, the draw looks good enough. Heartfire Hero. No bounce on 1. Alright. But we got plenty of cheap removal. So we can all survive these first couple turns. They tap out. Nice. We'll get a Virtue down here for black. Knock that out while we can. Trying to give him an opportunity to go with the white hexproof route yet. Ooh. Tapping out. Good for us. It is a Horde 2 though. But that, I guess, gets through it, right? So we can do that on their turn. Unless they can pump the toughness even more. I guess Monstrous Rage would do that, wouldn't it? But they could have that in hand right now still. So I think you do Upkeep Stop. I guess actually you want the Monstrous Rage out now if you had to choose. So let's go for it now. Dead. Very nice. Could be game right there. Let's see if they can come back from that. Scoop. No, they cannot. Good game, Mono Red. Alright, thank you for staying to the end. If you enjoyed today's video, please drop a like, a comment, a subscribe. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next one.